Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you a reading today for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. And today we're using the Goddess Power Oracle and it is Colette Baron Reed. So the card showing up for us today is Nike, the Goddess Nike, of course, bringing in ambition for us. So as the card come out, I was sensing that song by Dolly Parton, that 9 to 5, where she says that she's going to pour herself a cup of ambition and get on with her day. But that's also a reminder with that song as well that you could feel as though your day-to-day grind is consuming you and you're barely able to get by in terms of feeling fulfilled, feeling rejuvenated, and feeling that spark or feeling a fire for your life, right? And so you're giving, and this person or this situation is not giving back to you what you need from it, and that is to feel happy and fulfilled and to feel as though you're on the right path. There could be a situation here for you that you are indecisive perhaps, and you have like one foot in and one foot out of the situation, but this is no secret. You think that you're hiding it well, but it's definitely not a secret. This is something that could be written all over your face. This is like a lot of raw emotion that comes in with this. Perhaps you could even feel devastated was the word that came through. And so understanding that you can't sit in this indecision for too long, right? Because your energy will start to become stagnant. So in order to bring in that new energy, it's important for you to be able to take one step in a direction, make a decision, take a step in that direction. And as you do, the energy also becomes directed and it will start to flow with it to help you to achieve that goal, right? And so I think it's a big time here to kind of get considering things and really a time to get things moving either way. So you could be feeling really ambivalent about this, but there's no doubt about it. This is a time where change is needed for you. And so perhaps this ambivalence is something that comes in because you're wondering, my gosh, is this something that I'm going to be able to do? Am I actually going to succeed doing this? And I feel like there's this sense of like momentary lapse of judgment, right? Where you could have already decided that, but because of all of this chaos in your external environment, it's really difficult for you to get clarity on that situation. But know that there is a need for you to tap into your willpower, right? You're in control, and it's okay to make that decision for yourself, even if it requires a little bit of a sacrifice on your part, right? Because the victory that comes in with Nike is that it's not about who wins or loses per se, right? This is really about who persists. What is it that you are going to be able to continue with? And it's about enduring, right? Like, you have this strength within you, but it's really not necessarily about the strength. It's about making a choice for yourself and really pushing yourself, right? You have that drive to do this, and that's what brings in and helps you to endure when things get a little bit more difficult, right? So you have that drive, you have that willpower. What we also need to understand is that there's a need for faith that kind of comes in with this. And this attests to needing to be confident in who you are, being confident in yourself, right? So these sacrifices that you make, they don't seem like such big losses, right? Where if you're confident enough to power through and stay determined, you have that faith within yourself, you're really not going to let doubts and other things kind of consume you. You're more than capable of achieving this. And so this is really about tapping into your solar plexus, which is the seat of the soul, right? This is about connecting with that inner strength and knowing that you're capable of doing this. And so perhaps even just sitting outside in the warm sun and soaking that energy up can help to revive that solar plexus and get clear a little bit on where you're feeling less inclined to take this opportunity, where you're feeling less than confident. And you could right now even feel very scattered as a result of everything going on, exasperated, right? You have all of this frustration building up because your energy is scattered right now. And so there's a need to kind of focus your energy and focus your intentions in order to allow that energy to follow that intention to help you on this path, right? To bring in a little bit more of a flow with that. So, of course, you feel content where you are. However, this need for growth, this inner striving for more, right? We always want to achieve more. It's that drive that kind of comes from within, that it just reminds us it's inherent, right? It's about our spirit yearning for more. And so just because you're content where you are doesn't necessarily mean that you should still be there or stay there in that situation as well. There is a message here as well that, you could feel as though there's something from your past that is bringing you down, dragging you down, right? But with this, it's important that you leave the past in the past. Don't worry about the past, right? It has zero relevance here, okay? I feel like you are perceiving something from the past to be a limitation. Perhaps you tried something before and things didn't work out. You failed at that. And that's something that's coming forward to you now and keeping you stuck. There's a little bit of a fear there. But this is you self-sabotaging because of that perceived limitation. Now, when we talk about it being perceived, though, that's something that's keeping you from living to your full potential. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen or repeat a pattern in this scenario. So it's important to remember that and, stay grounded in that. So, in the past, perhaps you saw others doing better than you, and you've always wanted that for yourself. And then so when you failed at that in the past, it was even more disheartening and caused you to believe more even that wasn't for you, that success wasn't meant for you. But everything in your path and on your path is meant for you, and everybody goes at their own pace. So, at this point in time, you could be feeling as though you're seeing others doing those things and achieving those things that you've always wanted to achieve. And it kind of keeps you frozen a little bit, right? Like it stops you in your tracks. And I feel as though you're more inclined to kind of take a seat on the sidelines, wanting what they have, the people that are in the game, right? And so then it keeps you in a space where you're not trying. And so this is coming in, this Nike card is to really urge you to get yourself in the game, right? You have to be in it to win it. And so for your path, there's nothing and nobody that will compare to you, right? We are not the same. None of us are the same. And so your path is for you and only you, right? So at this stage in your life, you've had far too many experiences to sit in a space of self-limitation, to limit yourself from trying, right? I get a sense that there's a feeling of like running out of time to achieve the things that you're wanting, but that's an illusion, right? And that doesn't necessarily ring true just because it is something that you're feeling influenced by, right? And so, you have the capacity to achieve this, knowing that you have the capacity to do this, especially because of all of the experiences that you've had in your past. So the message here is to stop stopping yourself, because you deserve this. I do feel like there's a lot of people around you that are projecting their thoughts and beliefs onto you that you don't deserve it, and therefore it's in your energy and it is something that's holding you back, right? It's almost as if they can't see you achieving those things, then you can't see yourself achieving those things. Or if they don't believe that you deserve it, then why try, right? And so, but it's definitely not ringing true, right? Just because it's in the energy. This is a time for you to kind of harness that energy and just be like, I'm going to show them, I'm going to do this. I know that I can do this. And so take that step forward and claim this victory that's coming in here with this Nike card. I love that. So you can see here too, the wings. The wings are really about taking flight, right? And I see like a Pegasus with this, and that is really rising above the situation, right? Rising above the facts and the circumstances, because again, they're irrelevant, right? Once you actually find the courage to take that step in the initial step in the direction that you want to go, you become more and more inspired to continue to pursue the dream, and you have bigger dreams and bigger aspirations and ambitions. And that is what's inherent about us, our spirit, right? We're here to experience this life, so don't put limitations on the experiences that you have available to you or that you don't have available to you just by your belief, right? So move past this ambivalence and really step into a space where you believe that you will achieve this, and so you will. Because if you believe that you're going to fail at this, you will, right? Understand that this is about having realistic expectations with this as well, of course, right? You might be looking for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but know that those are rare. And it's almost as if that it's elusive. As you start to strive for those things, you feel like the opportunity like falls away. But again, what you're searching for, it has to be able to be grounded in reality. If you don't feel like it's real to you, or you don't feel that it is available to you, then it's going to be more and more elusive, right? And so understanding that this change, sure, it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. You're not obligated to take that, but can it be beneficial to you? And can it be more beneficial to you than the situation that you're in? Because I feel like taking this opportunity or moving forward into this situation, you are doing, it's like one and the same. You're doing more of the same, but it's a different flow. And with that different flow, it could be more beneficial to your energy. You won't feel so scattered. You won't feel underappreciated, right? Those are some things that coming in on the other side of this, there's so much more freedom available to you. So the question then is posed to you, is this going to be an opportunity that you delve into and that you pursue? So that is entirely up to you. I hope that this message helps you to work through some of those emotions so that you can get a little bit more clarity on your decision. So as always, of course, if you like this reading and it resonates with you, please don't hesitate to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below how it's resonating for you, what's going on in your life. I'd love to hear. And if you feel inclined to share, of course, I would appreciate if you share this reading with others that may be able to benefit from it. And as always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.